I'm very much an RPG guy that I enjoy challenge and I enjoy story at the same time. Those two I probably want balance, but if I had to pick one, it would be story. I'm a big fan of the Dark Souls games, so Soulsborne. What else? The Tales games. So it's
I
another
love the Tales
JRPG, the Tales
games.
game.
I think the Tales games are that perfect balance of
Yes.
combat and story, and I
Hmm.
love the skits. I
The
love
skits are
this.
amazing, and again, talking on a writing podcast, talking from a writing perspective, they're a very good example of how to give your characters mundane things about them that really flesh them out. So the camping skits, the people that are good at cooking, the people that are good at cleaning, the ones that want to go fishing, the ones that are doing weight training or whatever around the fire. So the camping really brings your party together and allows you to flesh out those things.
I love the ones that you find by accident too, because sometimes they put
Oh,
little Easter eggs ones in there.
uh-huh.
So my favorite skit game of all the skit ones was Tales of Graces. So
I haven't
there's
played Tales of Graces. Oh,
okay.
you can
So
spoil it. You're fine.
yeah, well, you go the wrong way, and one
Mhm,
of the on the like you're in the snowy mountain, and you have the choice of going fork in the road.
mhm,
If you pick the wrong fork, right, the character he's like the perfect straight man for everything. Because
uh-huh,
like he suddenly comes out, it's like, hey, wait a minute, this isn't the way you're supposed to. Like it comes out in like a hilarious way, and it's just
uh-huh,
like, I love this game. I
mhm,
screwed up, but I don't care. I love this game. So now, sometimes like when I play the Tails games,
mhm,
I will screw up on purpose because
mhm,
sometimes you get a really cool skit out of it.
mhm.
So
What's your favorite?
Zelia,
Zillia?
Zelia,
Okay,
Zelia
so Zillia 1 or 2?
2 actually made me cry at the end of the game.
Okay, because I'm halfway through Zillia because I did I'm trying to think. I've done every single Tales game couch co-op with a college buddy except for Arise, the newest one, because that was single player.
Yeah, I
Uh,
haven't done Arise
so
yet.
so
So
we started with Zestiria because that was what was out at the time. We did Zestiria, Berseria, went back to Symphonia, and then we were playing Zillia, and we haven't been able to get back to it because we're in different places now. But
Zelia is my favorite of all of them.
okay.
It deals with some incredible real life issues.
Mhm.
Which way did you go? Did you go with
Who was main character? I think we started Jude. We were gonna do
okay,
both, and we
Jude's
started Jude.
busted. Jude is incredibly busted. That back pivot thing he does
Uh huh.
is
Because
ridiculously
I was
over.
playing I the way we did it is that I always played melee and tanks, and then my friend would play casters. So I was playing Jude, and we were up to the Colosseum city, the one that was built in the gorge. I'm trying to remember from like 5 years ago. Yes.
No, it's great. That
Uh,
game's amazing.
mhm,
Really cool bonus dungeon. Really cool
mhm,
bonus coliseums.
mhm,
I also love the relationship between Jude and
mhm,
Maxwell.
mhm.
How they or Amelia is there wants to
Mila, I think it is. Uh-huh.
yeah, that gets really good. The second game, it's actually better in some ways.
Right, and I've heard from my friend that that follows a different cast, and they're trying to find Jude.
Well, no, it's a different main character. It's a different main two characters,
Oh,
but the
right, and
entire
then it's
the
the rest
entire
of the characters come in and do like cameos, right?
well, no, they're playable characters in the game,
Okay.
but they're not the main characters in the game
Uh-huh.
anymore. It's your character,
Hmm.
and that game made me cry twice. That game actually made me cry twice.
Oh.
No, I'm not gonna spoil it. Like the
Uh-huh.
true ending of the game, like the ultimate ending you can choose,
Hmm.
is one of the most bittersweet. Like it's awesome, but you will be crying
Okay.
because it's an
I'm
amazing.
getting chills from that because I just really enjoy things like that in games. I'll have to pull out my old PS3 and boot that back up.
Yeah. No, okay. So there's that, but there's another scene too. There's like the mid, like not the last boss of the game. I can't. I'm not going to
Hmm.
spoil it too much.
Hmm.
It hits you right in the gut
Hmm.
because it's the right thing to do, but
Hmm.
it's so it's so touching. I
Hmm.
like it perfectly evolved. It's the only time you hear your main character speak
Really?
in the game. Yeah,
This is
doesn't
in Xillia 2.
Xillia 2. It's the only
Okay.
time he speaks, and you hear it here.
Okay.
And
So
it's
Xillia 2 wasn't fully voice acted,
it's voice acted by everybody but the main
but
character.
the main character. Okay. Is there
But the
some sort
main-
of amnesia thing going on? Or?
No.
Huh, interesting
you'll understand.
choice.
It's actually
So it is a narrative choice, and it plays into the twist. Okay.
a big time. It's one of the few times I enjoyed the sequel more than I enjoyed the first game.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I don't always say like
Uh-huh.
I don't always say that. You always get that. It's not just it does have a bit of the sequels like the reason it kind of happens is kind of like silly, although creates some really interesting narrative choices, right? Like from character arcs. Like Mila has a very interesting quandary in that game,
Mhm.
right? There's a very interesting choice there, and when you get it, you're like, oh, that's interesting, right? And Jude snap pivot's not as busted in that game. They balanced it. No, his like that snap pivot. If you master that, thing, man,
Okay. I know what you're talking about. It's the dodge that puts you.
yeah,
behind your
his
opponent.
dodge is really
Because I
big.
played the boss that you're allowed to lose to at the very beginning. I kept doing that over until I beat her using the snap pivot.
It is legitimately.
So I made
busted
sure I
move.
practiced the snap pivot at the very beginning.
No, like for those people listening here at Tales of Xillia, Jude snap pivot was a little too good,
Mhm.
Now, there are some battles later in the game where you need it, but it by and large, it is the most busted thing I've ever seen in any of the Tales games, and I've played a lot of them.
Have you played